Hello Facebook, hello YouTube. Yes, I'm recording this with my phone. Yes, this is not the absolute best quality that I can give you. Like my hat? Yahweh. It's kind of backwards. I'm gonna put it backwards now so you can see my face a little better. This video is going to be addressing the typical atheist question, which is, why doesn't God just pop up and prove himself? Why doesn't he just show up in your room? Why doesn't he just, So, what do you think is going to happen when he does? What is probably going to happen if he popped up in your room and just proved himself? I'm pretty sure that you'd be like, oh, dang, like, he's real. I should follow him. So, you're going to follow him because you saw he was real, and you're going to follow him out of fear instead of out of love. And, alright, so now we ask ourselves, I guess I answered the question. I was going to say, we ask ourselves, why doesn't God want us to... Okay, no, I'll say this. Why doesn't God want us to follow him out of fear? And how does he want us to follow him? First question is kind of funny, kind of silly. He wants people who are genuinely interested in having a relationship with him, not people who will only follow him or try to follow him if they just saw him. No. He wants people to seek him out. He doesn't want robots. He wants a genuine relationship, and a relationship takes two people. It takes him and you. It's just he reveals himself as much as you unbiasedly look for him. If you stop your kid from doing everything that's wrong, every time you hold his hand, you stop him, how are they ever going to learn? Sometimes you need to let them burn themselves, sometimes. And this line of thought coincides, or is parallel, maybe I should say, to the line of thought of God's unconditional love. If a man loves a woman and he goes chasing after her constantly, and he may actually have all the best stuff, he may have everything she needs, but say she wants nothing to do with this man. She doesn't understand either what good is to come of it, but she just wants to leave him. Would it be right for him to force that relationship? No, right? Obviously. So, most people, I think, would say it'd be right if he really loved her to let her go, and that is what God is constantly doing to us. Once we push him away, it's our fault. No, he's been pursuing us the whole time. And just because, like I said, I'm going to revert back. He's not going to just pop up, If we can, just for a moment, look at everything the best we can. We're finite. We have finite minds. Through God's point of view. And this isn't really his point of view of his pattern of thought. But I feel as though a lot of people look at it on the spectrum. God wrote a book. He spelled it out for us. As simple as an infinite being could make for a finite being, he made it. He put one half, nobody listened. Then people may say, all loving, all powerful, whatever, why didn't you kill the bad people? Well, he did. Sodom and Gomorrah, the flood. And so, he did that, but then you want to yell at him. It's like God does stuff so that he is just and we cannot, or he allows stuff so that we cannot point back at him, and because he loves us unconditionally, not with conditions. So, let me see if I can revert to my last point. I don't have my notes. I have everything in my phone, not written down, and I can't go back through my notes while I'm recording. Coming down in your room, how would you react? Jesus, his point of view. Oh, right. So he writes a book, And then he comes down because he knows everything. He knows that people are always going to say, "Oh, I want to see him." Well, he came down. What, you want him to just always be here? Or, like, God's in heaven, bro. He's God. He's not us. He's where he is. He came down. He did what he had to do to fulfill the law, and that's some stuff like atheists may not understand. Anyways, Jesus did the Jesus thing, and this is a side topic, but there's more evidence for the Bible, what Jesus said and did, and more so like the New Testament, than any other thing or person in history within a smaller amount of time, which results in less error. I just want you to know the greatest, one of the greatest documented people ever has like 634 documents over hundreds or thousands of years. Whereas there's 24,634 documents of the New Testament in 40. That's like internet. That's like internet speed. That's ridiculous. It really is. It just spread. The evidence is there. Everything is there. But that, and without rambling too much, is why God doesn't just pop up and prove himself. Because he wants genuine people to, who have a genuine interest, in which that interest will result in following by truth and spirit, and not out of fear. That's pretty much it. There's a verse that really speaks to a lot of people, or maybe I shouldn't say that. It's very relevant to this, which is Jeremiah 26:11 through 13. I don't remember completely, but I remember the first half, or the first 3/4, which is, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future, declares the Lord." And then it goes on to say, with 11 to 13, that if you look with your whole heart, you will find him. So your whole heart thing, you need to be unbiased. You want to know the truth. You don't want to just have information that nicely fits into your box, because God isn't going to nicely fit into your box. He's not going to be some Caesar Borgia, white Jesus, fake, unbiblical, Western man-made God. Jesus is who he says he is. Remember that, and not what people make him to be. Not what people misrepresent. Jesus and true followers, you will know. Apples fall from apple trees, and oranges fall from orange trees. Excuse me. You can see who is living in the Word and with God, and who isn't, and who claims to be a Christian and does not walk that out. Yes, Christians have times of carnality where you're not perfect, but it's all about progression. All in all, that's pretty much it that I have on my heart. Seek out God, and he will reveal himself to you. You guys have a blessed day, night, morning, whatever it is.